What's going on, guys? It's your boy Hammer back with another supplement review. And today, if you read the title, it's just like the title says. This is the one freaking pre-workout that even your boy Hammer, stim junkie Hammer, could not handle at the full dose. And boy, I wanted to. I listened to Heist Ace tell me this should not be taken at the full 2 scoops. Just start with 1. I listened to GGH say this was the strongest pre-workout he'd tried all year, and it should not be to start at 2 scoops, just start at 1. I saw so many people on the Reddit forums talk about how this freaking knocked them silly, but I said, these people are just sissies. Your boy Hammer can handle it. Your boy Hammer has a tolerance. I've freaking full scooped, double scooped, triple scooped, played mad scientist, played mad chemist. I've taken freaking research chemicals out of plastic bags. Came straight from China, but this was the one. So without further ado, I gotta lift, you gotta lift, let's get down to business. What could this supplement possibly be? It is Wrecked Enraged by Huge Supplements. Yes, that's correct. A mainstream brand, a brand that you could get on Amazon, a brand that you could get in any big major supplement store. They created the pre-workout that I cannot handle. And I'm being dead serious, man. All these pre-workouts, I come in, I take it a full dose. The only times I've ever had a bad experience, or an experience where I was too overwhelmed, where I literally considered backing out of the gym from a pre-workout, was if my stupid freaking ego tried to overdose a product, something like Smash AMF. And I thought, oh, I could take, it's 10 grams, I could do 13 grams, that's a little difference. No. But this one, straight, right on the money, gram for gram, on the kitchen scale. And it got me, man. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to look up this label real quick. So we got 40-20. So they're doing the 40-20 thing, which is good because a lot of you are going to get 40 servings out of this pre-workout. You could easily do like a 1.5 scoop. You could do a lot of things. I've used this a lot of different ways now, and I have found how I like it. But we're going to talk about it. So you got 40-20. We got, first of all, we got citrulline. We're going to talk about the full serving. We're going to read it as the full serving, cut it in half, do some math. If you don't know how to divide by 2, break out your calculator if you need to. But we got citrulline at 6 grams for pumps. We got beta alanine for the lactic acid, the tingle feeling. We got that at 4 grams. We got tyrosine at 2 grams for some focus, some mental activity. We got alpha GPC at 1 gram. That is a very, very good dose of alpha GPC for some focus, for some cognition. Taurine, kind of hydration, performance, endurance at 1 gram. We got triphase caffeine mix at 400 milligrams. I love when I see this in pre-workouts. Every time I see a pre-workout that has the triphase caffeine with the multiple phases, the slow, the fast, and the quick hitter, it just feels smoother. It comes in quick. It doesn't have a crash. I love that. For me, if a company's going to do that, I always prefer that over just having a straight dose of caffeine anhydrous. It's not the hugest difference in the world, but I like it. But anyway, moving on, we got 200 milligrams of theobromine. We have 200 milligrams of N,N-dimethyl phenylethylamine. For you non-scientists, that's better known as aragirensis. We have, here is the freaking one. Here is the part of this formula. We have Alpha Yo at 3 milligrams. And everyone says, Alpha Yo at 3 milligrams. That's not crazy. I can handle that. Read the fine details. This is 98% pure. So every time you see, not every time, but most of the time if you see a quality product, they're going to say Alpha Yo standardized to 90%. Some of them won't even tell you if it's standardized to any percent, but 90%, that's kind of like the industry standard. This is 98%. We're going to talk about it. So, and then we have Huperzine A at 350 micrograms. So Huperzine A, they have these alpha GPC, tyrosine for some choline buildup, and Huperzine stops the breakdown of that. So it's ties it back into that focus and mental cognition. So what's the deal with this pre-workout? It's that Alpha Yo. It's that super pure Alpha Yo, and it is its own freaking animal. I cannot stress this enough. It is like its own ingredient. It's not You see Alpha Yo on this and Alpha Yo on something else. Well, if 90% Alpha Yo is a Chihuahua, this is a freaking Doberman. It's technically the same freaking in the same species, but it's a whole different breed. And when I say that, I freaking mean it, because there is times when I've used Alpha Yo at something like 6 milligrams, because I've used a product like, I think I used Huperzine, which had some Alpha Yo in it, added a double Yo cap, which adds 9 milligrams of regular Yo Himbine and 1 milligram of Alpha Yo, and added an Alpha Yo cap, which is another 3 milligrams of Alpha Yo before a cardio session. So that's like 6 milligrams. I've done things like where I'm mixing pre-workouts or mixing certain formulas or mixing certain capsules where I'm at that 4 or 5, freaking Edge of Insanity, for Christ's sakes, alone has 4 milligrams. But I've played with it to where I'm getting 5, 6 milligrams. I might have even pushed it higher than that before, but I've never gotten an effect quite like this. It's not like you just took more of it. It's like its own freaking ingredient. So we're gonna talk about it. First time I ever used this. Like I said, my buddy Heiston Ace, one of my freaking one of my favorite freaking people on this planet at this point. I love that guy like a brother. We just started the Heiston Experience together, so we do a podcast now every Sunday if you want to tune into that. But anyway, he told me how strong this was, and he said, "Hey man, dude, I'm gonna send you 2 samples, one with 2 scoops and one with 1 scoop. I highly suggest you try the 1 scoop first." And I looked at the formula, and he told me about the Alpha Yo, and I said, there's no way it's that crazy. And I took it, and it came in quick, and I started feeling it. It's that high energy, that high octane, that head spinning, freaking head buzz. And it goes from head buzz, at the full 2 scoops, it goes from head buzz to head freaking spinning. You feel like those pulse, like every time you blink, you feel a pulse go throughout your whole freaking body. And especially coupled with that beta alanine in there, it's like it pulses the beta alanine tingles. You get like goosebumps and cold chills. I was working out with my freaking hoodie on and just drenched, but I was like so scared to take it off because I knew I was gonna feel so cold. That being said, I've kind of learned how to control this beast, how to tame this beast. Like I said, I've ran this, I think 4 or 5 times now. So that was the first time I ever used it. 2 scoops. Mistake. I ran it again at 1 scoop. Very nice pre-workout. I think I ran it with 1 scoop of this, with 1 scoop of pump serum, also by Huge Supplements. Very nice workout. Felt much better. You had the very strong Alpha Yo sensation. You knew it was there, even if that's only 1.5 milligrams. Very strong, very apparent, very feel good, a nice focused workout. I wanted a little bit more juice. Not necessarily from Alpha Yo, but at that point, you're only getting pretty much for your stimulation. You're only talking about 200 milligrams of a caffeine blend. You're talking about 1.5 of this super strong, insane Alpha Yo. But only 200 milligrams of caffeine and 100 milligrams of Araya. And I will say the Araya in here feels super freaking pure as well. It clears your head like nothing else. But all that being said, I wanted a little more juice. So at 1 scoop, it wasn't quite enough firepower for me. 2 scoops was too much. So what did I try next time? I paired this with Speed Force. That was a workout I did with my lovely girlfriend, Courtney. You can watch that video on the channel as well. And that was a really good time too, because Speed Force is pretty low stim. It does have DMHA, but it only has 200 milligrams of caffeine. It has no Alpha Yo. So this added that extra 200 milligrams of caffeine to bring it up to 400, and it didn't add any more Alpha Yo. And that was a pretty freaking good experience. And then probably my favorite way I've ran this is paired with the regular Wrecked formula. So the regular Wrecked formula only has 1 milligram of this, the same extract Alpha Yo, but only at 1 milligram. So 1 scoop of that is only half a milligram, and then 1 scoop of this is 1.5. So that brought it up to 2. But even that is on the edge. Even that is on the edge. So even that combo being, I think, sub 400 milligrams of caffeine and 2 milligrams of Alpha Yo was super freaking intense, super strong. Honestly, one of the strongest like pre-workout experiences like I could handle. It's like anything more and I would have tapped out. Like, well, not tapped out, but like I said, when I ran this at 2 scoops, there were several points in that workout where I thought about going home. Like, because I was like too, it was almost unproductive, where I was like too jittery, too amped up. My heart was racing. I just felt like I couldn't focus. Like it was like completely untamed. So moving forward, what would I say? I'd say maybe a good idea to do this would be 1 scoop of this with maybe something like just an added like 200 milligrams of caffeine from a caffeine capsule. Or potentially running this like, I think next time I do this plus 1 scoop of the regular Wrecked, I'm gonna try adding some theanine on it. It's so funny because we all get so mad, right, when we see our pre-workouts through theanine in there. It's like we're saying like, man, what are you doing? You're bringing down the experience. I don't want it to be calmed down. I want it to be wild. This is the one pre-workout that you're going to say, God, please give me some freaking theanine, or maybe some Kana, or maybe some GABA, something to kind of smooth it out. But even that, I'm not sure. So getting back to that experience, man, I didn't even talk about the freaking flavor. I'm so amped up about it. But the Bluegrass flavor is a hitter. Huge supplements, their flavors are freaking hitters. I haven't had any of their products that tasted bad. Even the Wrecked Inferno, which has some of the more fat-burning ingredients, and you can kind of taste a little bit of that. It's not bad at all. So, getting back to the experience, what are you going to get from this boy? The pumps are great. Even though it's only got the 6 grams of citrulline, the pumps are great. But like I said, this is better utilized, I think, as at a one scoop mixed with something. Whether that's mixed with a straight pump formula, whether that's mixed with something with pumps with very, very little other stimulants, or something like that. So it's like, but the pumps on this are freaking great. But like something about Alpha Yo kind of like it does. I mean, it does kind of provide a little bit of an extra pump benefit, like a kind of hard, dry vascular pump. I always notice that. Like when I freaking took off the hoodie today, man, I have veins freaking spider webbing throughout my freaking body. But yeah, the experience is very intense, very high energy. I wouldn't necessarily say like if there's a mood elevation to it, probably just because it's too intense. Like it's too intense to have like this feel good, like, oh, I'm happy. Like you just feel locked in and ready to go. It's got the tyrosine, the alpha GPC, and the Huperzine. So it is a very focused experience. So it's kind of like laser lock in, set and destroy. Like, there's not a lot of time to talk and have a good time at the workout or at the gym when you're on this. It's all freaking business. And I am not kidding you guys. It's almost like the same conversation I have with everyone with this pre-workout. It's like we all come into it like, oh yeah, sure, that some mainstream brand's gonna create a pre-workout that strong. I can handle it. Everyone says the same thing. So do not be another one to fall at the hands of Wrecked Enraged. This is a freaking awesome pre-workout, man. It's awesome because it is so strong. It is such a utility hitter. That being said, I'm telling you, 1 scoop of this is the way to go. If I was just going to run this without anything added, I haven't tried that since the first run with it, to be honest. Because I did that at 2 scoops. I said, I did the 2 scoops and I did 1 scoop. And like I said, 2 scoops was a little much. 1 scoop was pretty freaking good, but I wanted some more to it. So I might try pushing it like if 1 scoop is 8.85 grams, I might try pushing like 11, 12. But that being said, I think you're much better off pairing this with something like a pump formula, maybe throwing in a little bit of something like an extra 200 milligrams of caffeine, because this is just at 1 scoop, it's only 200 milligrams of caffeine. You could also try something like paraxanthine, maybe adding extra araya, maybe adding a 2 amino capsule. But you do, for the freaking love of all that is holy, do not go in the direction of adding to this to another pre that's heavy on Alpha Yo. Like I said, the regular Wrecked, it's literally had a 0.5 milligram, and that was very solid, but that was right on the edge. Like any more of that feeling, and I wouldn't be able to handle it. 100% transparency. When I ran it at the 2 scoops and even at the 1 scoop with Wrecked, which I did today, there was a little bit of stomach discomfort as well. I wasn't nauseous by any means. I didn't feel sick, but there was a little bit of like, something's rumbling in there. Can I say 100% that that's from the pre and not just because your boy ate something silly? I can't say for sure, but it did happen twice. Twice out of 4 or 5 runs. So there is that. And accompanied with that feeling, it's kind of cleared me out today. Let's just say we're in the late afternoon and I weigh as much as I did when I woke up. So without getting into details, this system has been cleared out. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's all I got for you guys. Have you ran Wrecked Enraged? Are you more man than me, man? Have you taken this and you say 2 scoops, I got this, no problem? I would really like to hear that, because so far nobody has come back and said that. That being said, I'm by no means saying this is a freaking bad product. It is an awesome product. It just has to be respected. Definitely one of the strongest pre-workouts I've ever used. So if you want to get this hitter, go to nutricartel.com, use code HAMMER, get yourself an awesome discount, and man, be prepared to fight that freaking dragon. Let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear your experience. And if you like the video, click like, click subscribe, click all the buttons, do all the things. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Alex Hammerstone. I appreciate you guys watching. And I'll catch you guys on the next supplement review.